program, we're going to be coding a maze, and we're going to be moving through the maze. So what's going to happen is we're going to have Baymax here, and Baymax can move on the white spaces, and he can't go on the red ones, that's the walls, and he's going to try to get here to Hero. We've got these little controls that allow him to move. His position is going to be stored in a variable called x and y, and right now it's in position 0, 0. So let's say we decide to go right. So we're going to be playing around with this position, and then we're going to go right again, and we'll still be playing around with this position, and then we can go down, and now you see when we move down, we're going x plus 1, and we go down x plus 1. Let's take a look at the board. Okay, how many rows are there? Well, remember that rows go this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows. How many columns? Columns go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 columns. What picture is in 0, 0? That's this position right here. And that is a tricky question because it looks like it's BH1, but that is actually wrong. The character that moves, and that in this case it's going to be the Baymax, that's BH1, does not go in the grid array. So it's actually going to be a 4. It's a blank space that's there. Okay, everything else behaves like normal. So position 3, 1. Okay, so that's 0, 1, 2, 3. And then 0, 1. So that's this position right here where my cursor is, and that is BH4. Okay, and let's do position now 4 and 7. Okay, so that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is Hero, and that is position BH2. How many direction buttons? Well, it looks like there's 4 of them, up, down, left, right. Where does Baymax start? He starts in 0, 0. And where does Hero start? Well, he starts in 4, 7. Okay, so when we're building this array, we're going to put in the numbers that correspond with the pictures. So we'll be putting in, we'll have 4, 4, 4, 1. So we'll have 4, 4, 4, 1. Or no, that wasn't 1. That is a 4, 4, 4, 3. 4, 4, 4, 3. Sorry. 4, 4, 4, 3. All right. Rows we decided were 5, columns we decided were 8. Where did Baymax begin? We decided that was 0, 0. Remember not to put Baymax in the array. 1 does not go there. That's a 4. Okay, so then we're going to put our row column here and row column here. We've been working on this exact screen for a little bit, and I hope that you've done a bit of coding there, so you already know that. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to figure out what goes on each of the buttons. But the line of code here at the bottom is kind of interesting. This is the line of code that actually moves Baymax into his starting position. Remember, he doesn't go in that integer array. And this is the code that draws him here. We'll explore that more further. Okay, so let's say we want to move up. Moving up has a couple of steps. The first one is the edge guard, and the edge guard must go first because the edge guard is what prevents us from falling off the edge and crashing our program. So we put that one first always. Then, assuming that when they move up they weren't falling off the board, then we're going to check and see if there's a wall there. And if there isn't a wall there, then we'll actually move their position. Now again, because we're moving up, that means X, which is the rows, will be getting smaller. Okay, so this is it. So the rows get smaller. X or the row gets smaller. Okay, so here you'll see those steps. So first of all, we're going to check and see if we're already at the top of the board. So if we were in position 0, 0, we decided to move up, we would have fallen off the board, and that's what this is doing. Then we're going to check and see. So let's say we're here, and that's in position 2, 2. So we're going to check that spot above us. Is it fallen off the board? No, it hasn't, so we're good to keep going. Okay. So the next if is we check and see if that spot above us is not a blank spot. And if it is not a blank spot, there's a wall and we can't go there. So we check that spot above us. Well, it turns out that it is indeed 4, and so we are actually okay to move. So now we're going to, what we actually end up running, the code we end up running is this code that does movement. And it is a multi-step process, and I want to take you through it. So the first thing that happens is we'll say, okay, you're moving up. Then what will happen is we go to the spot that we're at, which is 2, 2, which is here, and we're going to that spot and we replace it with BH4, which is a blank. So I refer to that as clearing the character out of the board. So there he is, he's cleared out. Then we go X minus minus, and that adjusts his position for where we'd like to be. So now it's going to be in 1, 2, and that's actually going to be the spot that I have highlighted there. So what happens is we redraw Baymax BH1 in that position. And that's how you move up. Blank, adjust, redraw. So let's try another one. Okay, so let's say I'm here. I'm in position 1, 2. So I do my check. I didn't fall off the board. There's not a wall, so I can move there. So now I can start running the code. So the first thing that happens is I blank out Baymax where he is. So he's gone now. Now I subtract 1 from x. So now x becomes 0. Now I redraw him in my new position. And there he is. He's moved up. So to move down, the edge guard changes. When we're moving down, the big problem area is that you fall off the bottom of the board. So this time, instead of being less than 0, it's greater than or equal to rho. Again, we're going to be checking in the spot that's below us, and we're going to be using ++ to adjust the position. So to fill in the code, we're going to go x plus 1, and if it is x plus 1 greater than rho, notice that the sign changes here. Anyways, we're going to be off the board. Otherwise, we'll check and see if x plus 1 has a wall in it. Otherwise, we'll move down. And so we'll clear, ++, and redraw. So if we're moving right, we're going to be playing around with our y variables. And we're going to check that they are greater than the column. Because falling off the board this time will be on this side. One of the things that students do, I don't know why, when they start moving right, they put the y in the front. Y goes second. That's where it goes. Don't be moving it around. I don't know what goes on there. But anyways, always X, Y. Okay. Okay, so when we code it, first we're going to check and see if we're greater than column to see if we're on the board. If we aren't, we'll tell them they're off the board. Then what we're going to do is we're going to check that spot X and Y plus 1 and see if there's a wall there. And then we're going to actually move it. So we'll move right, we'll ++, and we'll check and see there. All right, good luck with your sheet.